John Force, #1 in the points. His lead expanded from 4th going into Dallas to 25 here last year.
Ashley Force Hood on the right side of your screen. This was a huge explosion. Lifted the rear wheels off the ground, buckled the body, and she got the chutes out and got her safely to a stop, but they had to bring out another car, and actually was disqualified in the first round when the other car they brought out was underweight after beating Jeff Arend.
Ashley's been dropping in the points, now 4th. Was 3 rounds out at first. Oh, and there it goes again. Well, John Force goes #1 with that run. Ashley Force Hood has more than a big problem there. Well, body sitting in the middle of the track. She's okay. There's Ashley, 125 points out at first. Dropped back a little bit in the race at Brainerd. Whoa! Big explosion on Ashley's car. And you saw her mom and now her dad's reaction.
Just trying to get that thing stopped. She couldn't see with that body blowing up, basically blocking her vision completely off of the racetrack. I mean, the only thing she would have been able to see was blue sky. So.
Oh, there's good news. You see she's out of the car, and the fire was out pretty quickly.
Yep. She did the right thing. Just tried to get that thing, stopped as fast as she could. She was probably by keeping it towards the inside of the groove. Don't let it drift towards the outside. Oh, pedal fast.
Well, and Ashley tries to stay with it until it finally gets totally sideways, and then she catches the wall. And the motor's still running. And finally it stops. The body all askew. John Medlin, Guido Antonelli, they're running down the track to get to her aid as Ashley climbs out of the car to the cheers of the crowd. Boy, a little stunning, that one. You thought it was all covered.
Yeah, that was big. I'm sure she's upset. Situation where she's been doing a good job of keeping the car in the groove when the car's hooked up, but she hasn't had a lot of experience when the car gets loose and starts spinning the tires.
And look at Larry Dixon right in there to help her. You know, and a lot of the drivers, I'm sure you've done it, Mike Dunn, realize they're the guys with fire suits on. If somebody needs some help, maybe they can get in there too.
That was a scary moment there. Both cars spin the...
She pulls the helmet off. Here's what happened.
Both cars spun the tires pretty to the point, but you see Kenny got his to recover. Ashley just rotated that thing way around when it was spinning the tires and, hit the wall pretty hard, flips the body off, and it looks like the body actually kept the rear wheels off of the ground and just allowed it to spin around right there, but that was a scary moment there.
It was an apparent almost head-on into the wall. It still had that turning moment, so that was taking a lot of energy away. Gary Gerald, is she ready to talk?
She is indeed. She's over here on the wall. She's talked to all of her family members and appears to be fine. I know you were doing your doggonedest to try to get that car to hook back up, but kind of talk us through what you were experiencing.
Well, you think it'd be easier to know, right? You think it'd be harder when you're going 300 miles an hour knowing you're at, but really that's what we're trained to do. It's pedaling it. I don't have too much experience in that, and I saw Kenny struggling, and you don't want to give up. You want to get back on. Sometimes you need to stop yourself and find where you're at. And I had my steering wheel every other different direction, and that's not where you want to be when you step back on that throttle. So I'm sorry to my guys. I scared them and my family, but I'm okay, and I have the best team in the world, and they will get this car back together. And sorry we couldn't go more rounds, but Dad's still in, and we can calm him down a little bit. He'll be doing just fine for this weekend.
All right. Glad you're all right. Thanks.
Thank you.
There. Joint. Tiny little part. One that really shouldn't break. Cruz Pedregon and Ashley Force Hood. Ashley is 3-1, racing Cruz in first round matchups. for Ashley. Second of the weekend. Cruz goes on to win it. Ashley Force-Hood has the car go up. Her mom looks, walks away. You can bet John Force is going to be on track here shortly.
Man, all 3 Force cars out in the first round.
Trying too hard? What do you think?
You know, just like he says, sometimes it's destiny. Just your luck isn't right. We've all been there. I mean, you have those days when everything seems to be going right, and you have one little thing go wrong, and boom, there it is.
Dave Reef.
Now, Lori Force, twice in one weekend. Is it worth it?
I don't know. It's coming towards the end here. It's
To take a car just out of the mothballs at any time and give you a competitive race car, and he's done that today. You cannot count him out as we look at his son Mike Smith backing away. Phil Burkhart knows how to drive these race cars. Ashley, obviously, she just wants to stay focused, do her job. If she can do that, hopefully she'll get into the semifinals.
Yeah, I asked Phil about going race to race, and he had a great quote. He said it's a lot better than going home to home. He's at least in the cockpit. Well, first Phil goes away, and then Ashley comes over, brushes the wall.
You okay? Get the chutes out. You okay?
yeah.
Well, that's an automatic disqualification. If you cross the center line or hit the wall, you're automatically out. So that's going to hand the win to Phil Burkhart. Obviously, her dad, John's disappointed in that. But I'll tell you, it's awfully tricky out there. Right side of your screen. Take a watch, Ashley. I mean, everything looked pretty good just right down the middle of the racetrack, but it got, started spinning the tires. She obviously backpedaled it. Car rotated around a little bit. Boom, went right into the wall. Tough break.
And you know what? That looked like a pretty good hit there with the left rear of that car.